Okay, this is my second model of fender cover with the removable launderable backer. And primarily the reason that I have different models here is simply because of the size and the architecture of the fenders. As soon as the fender crown gets that wide, so now we're talking around the back end of Porsche 911s, 928s, or on your muscle cars, 1950, 60, 70, all the way up, you've got a fender crown that can be that wide. So I've added about 10 to 12 inches of depth on this model, and so it's extra deep, and so the model is an RLB-D for extra deep. And I'm just going to put it up here right next to the smaller one so you can see the extra depth of coverage here. So there's about an extra 8 to 10 inches there, or maybe 11 or so, and that extra depth is going to be taken up by fender crown up here. So if the fender crown is that wide, then you're still going to come down here and catch the bottom of the fender. So I'm just going to take this one off now and put the bigger model on so that you can have a look at that and see how that fits up on that fender. Everything else is going to be the same. All we've done is add some depth to this. So the magnets are all up in here for vehicles with metal fenders. The hooks are here for all your Corvettes or anything with aluminum or fiberglass fenders. There are loops out on the end if you needed to tie on also. So a situation that I can think of where the magnets won't hold and the hooks won't hold, where you do need to tie into the loop on each end and maybe put a rope around this hook in the middle and tie, are some of the Corvettes from 1997 up through 2003 or 4. So what you run into there is you have a fiberglass fender to start with, and you have no lip inside here for the hooks to hook onto. So in that case, you're going to use the loops on the end, and you're also going to put a rope around the middle, and then you'll secure that cover on by tying it here, and by tying here. And so one goes through to the wiper post, another one goes here, I can't remember just where, and then there's another place where the rope in the middle ties. Very few situations where you need that. But if you're ordering one from me, if you're going to be working on that year of Corvette, if you tell me, I will actually add the ropes for you. If not, then you can do that in your shop once you receive the covers. And if your fender crown now is about that wide, so 8 to 10 to 12 inches, then because I have the extra depth on this cover, you can cover all the crown and then go down and catch the rest of the skirt. That's the buffing cloth layer which goes down against the paint, removes for laundering, and double shock absorbing layer for the full width of the crown of that fender. And once again, you're locked on and you're ready to go. No magnets anywhere on the paint. I'm just going to show you that right now because the magnets just sit on that vertical lip inside here. And magnets and hooks. And again, I'm just going to show you that we're anchored and we're going to stay on there. This cover isn't going to be falling off every time you lean into the engine and come out, or every time you drag an air hose across that thing. It's on there to stay. It's not moving. Total access to the engine bay. If you've got bigger fenders, then you get the coverage with this RLB-D model. No magnets anywhere on the paint to scratch anything. So basically you put it on, you go to work, you rebuild your engine, it sits there and never gives you any kind of problem at all. Nothing soaks through it, belt buckle doesn't scrape through, air hoses, light cords slide right over the top, doesn't come off when you're leaning against it. And any motion against the paint will be with that buffing cloth layer, so you're just getting a bit of a buff and a shine on there so you don't have many micro scratches. And because you've got the double layer up here for shock protection, if you're dropping wrenches or tools there, then the chances that you're going to put a dent or a chip in the paint are very much reduced. And the other thing that some people like about the cover is very simply that if you have to go in there and pull heads and you're leaning in on this fender for a couple of hours, all of a sudden you've got something nice there that's friendly to the rib cage. As soon as you get into the vehicles where you're doing restoration projects and muscle cars, then it's almost automatic that the shop needs those, and I have customers that will buy them from me personally and leave them in their car and take them to the shop and instruct the shop owners to use them if the shop owners haven't purchased them. And again, for storage, you're just going to pull the hooks or the magnets inwards, shake the dust out, clean side folds inside, north magnets here, south here, everything locks together, and you can fold it up and tuck it into a tool chest drawer for storage or on a shelf or carry it with you in the car.